Hello everyone, it's Logan from the PXG team here at Mason Business Center. Just want to create a quick video showing you how you can get auditors data in your local Power BI instance. So with that being said, let's begin. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get access to a few different platforms. This might take a few days for when you submit the request for it to be fully approved. So I highly recommend that you start here, get these first 3 steps done, so that way you have access to everything you need. So you can get that by going to this form. I'll have all the links in the description as well as this document attached with the steps as well. So it's going to take you to a snow form, and it's pretty straightforward. Are you submitting it for someone else? No. I want read access, and then you pick the cluster that you're in. I'm in corporate functions. There may be some costs associated with this request, so I strongly recommend you take a look at this document here, and going through it mentions, depending on the organization that you're in, that you may be charged 2 installments of $1,000 from July and January. So if you feel that after reading this you are exempt from it, then you need to put that information here. But you do need to check off, I agree, and say, I believe that I am an exception for XYZ reason. Maybe I'm in the specific BU, whatever that may be. You make sure to document that there so you do not. Once you submit that, you should receive an email confirming that you submitted your request for PS Data Hub, and this may take a few days to get that fulfilled, so I strongly recommend doing that earlier rather than later. The second one is going to be joining the IT Access group to read the audited data. So very quick and easy to do that. So you just go to itaccess.png.com. On the home page, there's going to be a button called Manage User Access. You're going to click that. Then you should appear in the top left here, but if not, search your username, click check, click next. Then you're going to want to search audit, the check, and then click. It's not going to allow me this time. You'll click the next screen here, you'll click submit. There's no approval needed for this group, so you should automatically be added after a few hours. And then lastly, you're going to access to the Elation data catalog. So you can do so by going to this website here. You'll log in, and I've already logged in, so I have access, but you should, after you log in, it'll automatically create your account and request access, and then this is a message that you'll see. You also have a Microsoft form. I don't have it listed as a step here, but I will go ahead and add that, and then provide the link in the description as well. Here's just a quick look at what that Microsoft form looks like to get access to business title and cost center. And I always like to email my response just for tracking purposes. So with that being said, really the next steps all take place in Databricks. So I'm going to hop on over to a different screen and start showing you that. Now that you've got all the access you need, we're going to go ahead and log on into Databricks. If your request was approved for PS Big Data, you should have access, so just go ahead and log in here, and I kind of skip through the repetitive logins and approving through Ping ID, but once you do get in, you should be on the main audited data table, and what you're going to do is in the bottom left, click Settings, then User Settings, and then that big blue button, Generate New Token. So once you click that button, you're going to want to give this token a name. I just call it something big, audited data, and then give it a lifetime. I want this to last for a while, so I'm going to set it to 999, and then click Generate. I do want to note, when you click Generate, please remember your token key. Once you close this screen, you won't be able to see it again, so copy it, save it, paste in a note document, but you're going to need that information later. And it's also important to keep that private as well. So once you have your token, really you just need to jump on into Power BI. So download Power BI Desktop. I'll have a link to the download in the description as well. You're going to want to have at least version 2.86, as you can see on the screen there. And then here's just another article with more information on the data connector, but wouldn't worry too much there. So now open up Power BI Desktop, and once that is open, you're going to want to click Get Data, or if you already have your own Power BI report, you can just click Get Data at the top there. You're going to want to search Spark in the search bar, and then you'll see that third option there, Just Spark. Click on that and click Connect. It's going to ask you now for the server. So I'm going to provide that to you. If you want to look in the description, it'll be there, or in the document. So paste that in, click HTTP, and then click Next. And once you're on this next screen, you're going to provide a username of JustToken, lowercase, and then this is where you're going to paste that token that we got from Databricks earlier. Go ahead and click Connect, and then that will connect, showing all the different data tables that are available to you, and you're just going to want to search Audit to find the Audit data table. Once you find that, it'll show you a preview, but you don't have to wait on that. You can go ahead and click Load or Transform Data. Once you click Load, though, it is going to load all of the answers and audit it, all of the answers to every single question. So it does take a while. Currently, as recording this, there's close to 6 million records. I'm sure it's only going to grow exponentially, but that'll take a bit. But after it's done loading, go ahead and click Transform Data at the top there, and this is where you can really get complicated with Power BI and really filtering out the data that you want to see. So I recommend, hey, just going in right off the bat, I only want to see, for example, Lima's data. So I'm going to filter out by the site Lima, which I'll do here in a second. And then it's only going to show me the answers to Lima. If you want to see the data for a few sites, filter that out accordingly. But say I'm just going to start there, quick filter. We're not going to get too deep with Power BI customization because that's completely up to you all how you want to set up these reports. But as you can see here, you have 71 columns with all the different answers and data fields for audited. That's collected. Go ahead and click Close and Apply, and it might stop you with another message. It might take a minute, but as you can see here, the data model's there, tables are there, so you are more than ready to just start throwing in a table, choosing the fields that you want to see, and customizing your Power BI visual. If you have any questions or are not very familiar with Power BI, I strongly recommend looking at articles online, joining our P&G Power BI Yammer groups, a ton of resources there. LinkedIn Learning is free to P&G employees, and they have some Power BI articles, some classes as well. So this is really where you can customize Power BI. The auditor name, location type, location, the question that they're being asked. But one thing I do also want to encourage you is going over to the Elation article for Audit. This is where we break down each of the columns, and there's a separate video there as well where I go through what each column means and where it comes from. So that being said, thanks for watching. That is all I have for you in getting set up in a Power BI instance. But if you have any questions, please submit it to the Audit Voice.